Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're working on the Foxbody. I had to put in an ignition system about a week ago. I'd left the key on one too many times, fried the Durspark system that I had in the car, couldn't chase down where it was. I replaced the computer, replaced the coil. So I just couldn't figure it out. So I said, screw it, I'm gonna replace it with something simpler for me. So I put a Pertronix billet distributor in with their coil and just wired it to a switch on a switch panel that I have. But started it, timed it, set the IAC on the Phytech, and I started getting a miss. So I took all the plugs out and they looked okay to me, but I have new plugs and wires just in case, just to do it, you know. I don't know what it was because it was so small and intermittent, like a little bit of a pop out of the exhaust. So hopefully that was it. And so let's get to it. All right. All right, so here's what we got. Let's go ahead and open them up. Oh, these are the spark plug wire boot protectors, because for some reason the shorty headers that I have, they burn through spark plug boots pretty easy. So I figured I'd get some of those. First time I've ever used boot protectors, so we'll see how it goes for me. I think these are, yep, spark plugs. So originally I was using the A45 spark plugs, but I decided to go with AP45 this time. Just platinum versus copper. I don't know, from what I've looked up, there's no real advantage to going platinum, because same with copper, should be okay with copper. But these are for 289 heads, because it's what the Mustang has. It's got 92 block and rotating assembly, but 66 289 heads, and a cam. I think it has an E303 or B303 cam. So, and this last has to be spark plug wires. Yep. Sell super stock wires, and really mostly because I am a sucker for yellow spark plug wires. I think they look so good. Excel's a good brand. I use the bent boot. The last set I accidentally bought a set of 90-degree boots, so that didn't work out the best. They were really hard to put on the head or put on the spark plugs. So that's what we're working with today. All right, you see what we're working with? Let's go ahead and get this thing going. Go inside. Pop the hood. Boom! Let's get it. Beautiful day today. That's it. Torn apart. Ready to get some plugs and wires. All right, took out the spark plugs, and like I said, I mean, I don't know. I'm not the best plug reader. These look okay to me. Two on the right look okay. These two on the left, they look a little oil wet. And I have quite a bit of blow by. Smokes like a damn choo-choo train. So, but that's coming later. We'll be getting something else later. To deal with it for now, I just recently put on like a catch can. So it comes from both sides of the breathers to this drainable catch can that I got from Summit Racing. Next step, I am going to take out the distributor and make sure it's stabbed correctly. It ran okay besides that miss, but I really want to make sure it's good before I put everything back together. I don't expect anything huge though. The spark plugs are already out, so I can just stick my finger over that first spark plug hole and make sure it's on the compression stroke. Shouldn't be too bad. So, anytime I have a wiring project, I dread it because I hate wiring. I do not want to take the time to make it look good. So, in case you didn't see before, that's my rat's nest for my fan relay, ignition, and other things I don't even know what they do because it was a previous owner and don't want to take them off and mess something up. But here's what usually happens. Here's the spark plug wires, and this is the harness for the Phytech, and I ran the spark plug wires around it and zip tied them together. So it's just annoying to have to deal with it. Go back to the box and grab some cutters and cut the zip tie off, but just pretty funny. All right, I've got it at 0 on the balancer on the top of the compression stroke. Marked where my rotor was, or where it is, so that I can put the cap on and just know where one is. Because, you know, getting the cap on with this Maximum Motorsports strut tower brace, it's kind of a pain, and you kind of lose track of stuff when you're doing it. So right, we'll get right back. All the spark plugs are in. Distributors in the correct place. Like I showed you, I got my mark. So this one is going to be my number 1. Something that I like to do is when I have pre-made wires, I just sort them shortest to longest and then kind of lay them out where I'm gonna have them so I don't have to fumble through them as I'm putting them on. It's just straight up, you know, put them on and go. So let's get this going. All right, guys, we've got it all hooked up. Actually, it's later in the day, and I had this done in the morning, but you know, had to get stuff done throughout the day. Took it back to the guys at Attack Fabrication here in Wilmington, and they had to readjust my panhard bar, but it's all good now. You can see this is for the Phytech. Here the fuel pump's going. This is for my ignition. Make sure it's out of gear. And then boom. Turn that off before my neighbors get upset. All right, cool. Thanks, guys. Yeah, as you can see, it's definitely later in the day. Fresh haircut now. Yeah, we got this thing going. And, you know, maybe next time we'll do something with the Trans Am. Got to redo the fuel lines for the double pumper that's on there. Those dual feed regular lines that you get from the parts store or like the Summit catalog, stuff like that, they always leak. I always have problems with them. So I just ordered some hose barb fittings to go into the fuel bowls, and you know, we'll get that done tomorrow. So I guess I'll catch you guys tomorrow then. Make sure to keep it going.